Ah, the thrill seekers, the rebels, and the I'll just wing it crowd. Some places you're definitely not supposed to go, but people try anyway because, well, who can resist the allure of danger, mystery, or forbidden adventure? Here's a top 10 list of places where you're really not supposed to go, but people do it anyway. Number 10. The Forbidden City, China. The Forbidden City was home to Chinese emperors for almost 500 years, and some sections are strictly off-limits to preserve its cultural and historical significance. The Chinese government enforces restrictions, but some daring visitors still try to explore the forbidden areas. In 2013, a Japanese tourist illegally entered a restricted area of the Forbidden City. After being caught, he was fined and banned from the site. His attempt to explore a forbidden part of one of the world's most culturally significant places led to an international incident, illustrating the serious consequences of breaking the rules. Number 9. Alnwick Castle, England. Alnwick Castle is home to private sections that are not open to the public, and security measures are in place to prevent trespassing. Despite the restrictions, people sometimes attempt to sneak into the castle's restricted areas to explore or seek paranormal experiences. In 2016, two teens from the UK were caught trying to scale the castle's walls in order to access off-limits areas. They were apprehended by security, but they faced legal consequences for trespassing, underscoring how even a famous historic site can be the target of rogue explorers. Number 8. The Darvaza Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. The Darvaza Gas Crater, also known as the Gateway to Hell, has been burning continuously for decades due to the natural gas field beneath it. The area is hazardous because of the intense heat and toxic gases, but thrill seekers still attempt to get close for photographs or a closer look. In 2017, a group of tourists ventured too close to the edge of the Darvaza Gas Crater to take photos. One person slipped and fell into the crater. Though they were rescued, the incident left the individual severely burned and highlighted the dangers of getting too close to the fiery abyss. Number 7. The Great Blue Hole, Belize. The Great Blue Hole is an underwater sinkhole over 400 feet deep with unpredictable currents, making diving there particularly dangerous. Despite the risks, many divers are drawn to the site, though accidents still happen due to the challenging environment. In 2001, Jacques Mayol, a renowned French diver, attempted a deep dive into the Great Blue Hole. He became disoriented and failed to ascend properly, ultimately succumbing to decompression sickness. His tragic death highlighted how even the most experienced divers can fall victim to the hazards of deep-sea exploration. Number 6. The Catacombs of Paris, France. The Catacombs of Paris hold the remains of more than 6 million people, and there are miles of tunnels that are off-limits to the public. The French government prohibits entry into certain areas for safety reasons, but some people still attempt to explore the forbidden sections. In 2004, a group of urban explorers discovered a hidden catacomb cinema inside the tunnels. They set up a projector and watched movies in this unauthorized area. Police caught them, arrested for illegal entry and vandalism. Number 5. Poveglia Island, Italy. Poveglia Island was used as a quarantine station for plague victims and later as a mental asylum, and it's considered one of the most haunted places in the world. The island is off-limits to the public due to dangerous conditions, but some adventurers still attempt to visit for a spooky experience. In 2015, a group of urban explorers snuck onto Poveglia Island to film their experience. They managed to evade authorities but captured disturbing footage of the deteriorating buildings. The risk of exposure to toxic materials and the eerie atmosphere made the excursion more dangerous than they likely anticipated. Number 4. Mount Everest's Dead Zone, Nepal, Tibet. The death zone above 26,000 feet on Mount Everest has dangerously low oxygen levels, and climbers without supplemental oxygen are at high risk of severe altitude sickness and death. Despite the risks, many climbers push to reach the summit without oxygen, making it one of the most perilous areas on the planet. In 2019, Indian climber Anjali Gupta attempted to summit Everest without supplemental oxygen. She became seriously ill and died from acute altitude sickness. Her death emphasized the extreme dangers that even experienced climbers face when pushing their limits on the world's highest mountain. Number 3. The Fukushima Nuclear Disaster Zone, Japan. The Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant suffered a catastrophic meltdown in 2011, releasing radiation that made the area unsafe for habitation. The Japanese government has designated an exclusion zone around the plant, but people still risk radiation exposure by entering the area illegally. In 2016, 2 American urban explorers ventured into the Fukushima exclusion zone. They documented their illegal excursion but were caught by police. While they didn't suffer any ill effects, the incident highlighted how dangerous it is to ignore the risks of radiation contamination in the area. Number 2. Area 51, Nevada. Area 51 is a top-secret U.S. military base believed to be used for testing experimental aircraft and weapons, and it is closely guarded to prevent unauthorized access. Despite strict security, people continue to attempt to breach the base, driven by rumors and conspiracy theories about UFOs and alien technology. In 2019, the Storm Area 51 event went viral, leading thousands of people to gather near the base. While most didn't attempt to enter, 2 individuals actually crossed into the restricted area and were arrested. One of the individuals admitted to trying to see the aliens, and both were detained, showing the continued temptation to explore this mysterious military facility. Number 1. North Sentinel Island, India. The Sentinelese tribe is known for their hostility toward outsiders, using weapons like bows and arrows to protect their isolation. The Indian government has enforced a strict no-contact policy to protect both the tribe and outsiders from potential diseases and harm. In 2018, American missionary John Allen Chow illegally traveled to North Sentinel Island with the aim of converting the tribe to Christianity. He was shot and killed by the Sentinelese shortly after landing. His body was never recovered, and the incident underscored the extreme danger of trying to contact this isolated and protected tribe. There you go, starting from 10 and heading down to 1. Some people just can't resist the allure of the forbidden, no matter the risks.